Hey guys, Noob here, and I've made a Avengers and Pokemon crossover video. This is basically if Avengers had Pokemon of their very own. I got off of Marvel.com. We are starting with Captain America, and he will have Bravery. First off, Bravery is just a fitting name for a Pokemon that you would think Captain America would have. Captain America is a war vet and very patriotic, and Bravery also fits the color scheme of America fairly well. And I think Captain America would just like to use Bravery as kind of a patriotic symbol and a symbol of strength and kind of majesty. Then Iron Man would have Electivire. Iron Man has a power plate in his chest, so that's basically kind of like his pacemaker. It's keeping him alive, so he has to make sure that the power for that, his suit, and his lab stay running at all times to keep things going correctly. So Electivire, like Electabuzz, are sometimes used to power plants and stuff like that. So Iron Man would keep an Electivire around kind of as a safe sort of generator. So he would have a way to recharge if need be. Then we have Thor, who has Raikou. Raikou is a legendary Pokemon, but Thor is also a god. So it makes sense how he would be someone that could get a Pokemon of that sort, as well as, both of them are, very, just kind of right to the point. Both have, some energy power going on for them, and I think Thor would also just think that Raikou maybe looked cool. Hulk would have Happiny. Now, Happiny is a cute little Pokemon, which makes sense for Hulk because Hulk does not want to be this big hulking green thing. He wants to be calm and collected as much as he can. So Happiny would be around to kind of calm him down in this time of freakouts. So another reason why I chose Happiny over some of the other small, cute little fairy-type Pokemon is because Happiny evolves into Chansey and Blissey, who are healers, which, Hulk is going to change and get beat up and bumps and bruises. So he's going to need something to help him out and kind of take care of him and maybe nurse him back to health. Then Black Widow would have a Hitmonlee. Now, Hitmonlee may not be the most eye-appealing of Pokemon. Definitely not on the same level of attractiveness as Black Widow would be. But Black Widow, deep down, is an assassin and mercenary. So her work is going to come first, or whenever it can at least. So she would want to Hitmonlee around as kind of like a sparring companion. So it would be kind of more something that she can focus her training on. Then Hawkeye would have a Staraptor. Staraptor is the closest of the bird Pokemons to a hawk. A lot of people say that he's a bit goofy looking for a hawk Pokemon, but in the comics and in the animated series, Hawkeye was not the most serious character. He was a little bit more down to earth and comical, so it seems to make sense. Falcon would have a Talonflame. Talonflame is a faster bird. It does resemble a falcon or some sort of strong bird of prey. And when looking at Talonflame, he's the most reminiscent of the falcon that Falcon actually has. in the comics or any of the pictures that you usually see of him. And he would be able to soar properly to keep up with Falcon when it came to getting around. Then Black Panther would have Leopard. Black Panther has this kind of plasma sort of energy, because if I remember correctly, he's kind of either cursed or blessed, whichever way you look at it. He's also from the jungle, so a more jungle type cat Pokemon would work. And Leopard also has kind of this psychic plasma sort of energy going on, and I think that Black Panther would because he's a king, he would like the beauty and grace that Leopard has. AntMan, who is a size-changing superhero, would have Durant. Durant are very strong worker ants. They live and travel in colonies, and they would make the perfect army for AntMan to have with him. So that's why I chose that one. Quicksilver has a Weevil. Quicksilver is a fast, super fast hero that has a little bit of a mischievous side. He's been both a hero and a villain before, and he started off with like petty crimes and stuff like that, such as thievery. And Weevil is one of the fastest Pokemon that can go up to like 384 miles per hour. Who also has a mischievous side to him, and so even if he couldn't keep up with Quicksilver, he would at least be a good distraction to keep things focused so Quicksilver could do what he needed to do. Scarlet Witch would have an Espeon. Both of them have psychic and telekinetic abilities, and both have energy powers. And then Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel as she is sometimes called, would have a Luxray. Both of them have some, once again, more energy-like abilities. Luxray has some more electric energy, which is a little bit closer to what Miss Marvel has. And it's also, Luxray would also be just a nice Pokemon that would be appealing to a strong female. Then we have Wasp, Wasp honestly looks more like a bee with her color scheme of the yellow and black. She is also a size-changing hero, and she would have at least one, if not multiple, Beedrill. They would just kind of serve as her colony that would make her feel more comfortable when AntMan wasn't around, or maybe it would just kind of be like this family of Durants and Beedrill and them. And it would, I don't know, maybe they'd at some point in time just like start a breeding center, or who knows. Vision would have one of the Genesects. A Genesect is a more robotic or metal-shelled Pokemon that resembles an older Pokemon such as Kabutops. It's kind of been like a metal shell kind of put around the fossil, or at least that's one of the theories. Vision is an android, so he is also more robotic. He started off being created by Ultron and has since kind of learned he agreed more with the good side of things. And I think that he would feel some sort of kinship or be able to kind of retrain a Genesect, which is not always the kindest of Pokemon. Luke Cage is a very, very strong superhero. He grew up pretty much on the streets. He learned combat through street fighting, and he is able to lift like 25 tons. And he would have a Blaziken, which is another very strong, well-rounded combat sort of Pokemon. And plus Blaziken would have the fire ability that might just give it the little extra edge that Luke Cage would want. Spider-Woman would have an Ariados, even though Spider-Woman is not necessarily genetically mutated by a spider like Spider-Man is. She's very agile and very double-jointed, and still finds kind of a kinship with the idea of spiders, I guess, for the abilities that she has. So she would have an Ariados, and it would kind of be the extra little link that she needs to feel okay in her own self. Then we have Wonder Man. Wonder Man, from my understanding, because I actually had not known about him before, was tested on with I believe it was like an ionic energy, some sort of energy. He was tested on to try to see if they could recreate someone as strong as some of the other Avengers. They were successful, almost to the point of making him immortal and invulnerable. Able to harness the energy that created him, so he started controlling this energy as another power. He would have a Gengar, because the Gengar is a ghost Pokemon, which means it's practically immortal. And it's something that has probably been around for a while. And it also has a shadow sort of energy to it. So there's enough similarities in them that they can kind of grow and learn together through their constant lives, practically. Then I went ahead and put in Spider-Man, because in my plans to do other crossover videos, I had nowhere to stick Spider-Man in. So, Spider-Man, I went ahead and paired him up with Spinarak. Even though I did not put him with the stronger spider Pokemon, I actually think he would enjoy the smaller spider Pokemon. Spider-Man just tends to be more comical, like things a little less extreme, wants to try to be halfway normal. So I think having the smaller spider Pokemon that could still, go out and swing a few webs and stuff would just be more comfortable for him. So, and I also wanted to go ahead and do Spider-Man because he has been an Avenger at one point or another. So that will wrap up my video, and let me just say, Pokemon Assemble!